Hello everyone, welcome to the new lecture of computer aided process synthesis. So this is lecture number 7. In this lecture we will see chapter number 2, that is reactor design and reactor network synthesis. So next topic is reactor design for complex configuration. Now we'll see how to design any complex configuration. So for that, these are the important points. Temperature control is an important consideration in reactor design, because if we increase the temperature, there can be chances of pyrolysis. What is a pyrolysis? The decomposition of any material or any compound at high temperature, or we can say elevated temperature and pressure. So to avoid all those things, temperature control is an important consideration in reactor design. After that, adiabatic operations. So what is the meaning of adiabatic operations? These are the operations in which process occurs, or these operations occurs without gain or loss of heat. Means heat remains constant. That those known as the adiabatic operations, because it provides the simplest and least expensive reactor. That's why adiabatic operations are always considered for complex configurations. So these 2 points are very important while designing complex configuration. First one is the temperature control to avoid unwanted breakdown of product, or we can see pyrolysis of product. And second one, we should have adiabatic operation, because that is the simplest and least expensive, and there is that operations can occur without gain or loss of the heat. So this is 2 important consideration for designing of reactor for the complex configuration. Now we will see how to control the temperature of the reactor, means how to avoid pyrolysis. So however, when reactions are highly exothermic or endothermic, following methods must be used to control the temperature of the reactor. First we will see what is the meaning of exothermic reaction and what is the meaning of endothermic reaction. Exothermic means heat is evolved during the reaction, and endothermic means it is absorbed during the reaction. So these are the 2 types of reaction. In exothermic reaction it is evolved, and in endothermic reaction it is absorbed. And how to control the temperature reactor to avoid the pyrolysis? These are the 3 methods. First one, by using heat exchanger reactor we can control the temperature of the reactor. Second one, by using diluent stream. By using diluent stream we can control the temperature of the reactor. And third one, by using cooler or heater, or I can say cooling and heating utility. Means these are the 3 methods to control the temperature of reactor. First one is by using heat exchanger, by using diluent stream, and third one by using utilities. Those utilities are the cooler and heater, or I can say heating and cooling utility. Now we will see first method, that how to control the temperature of reactor by using heat exchanger reactor. So before that, I will explain you what is the meaning of heat exchanger. So heat exchanger is a system which can be used to exchange heat between the cold system to the hot system, or we can say if I want to remove the heat from the hot stream to the cold stream, so I can use the heat exchanger network system for that purpose. So this is a reactor system with heat exchanger network, where we can see here some tubes are present in this reactor. Those are nothing but for carrying the cold fluid, or I can say coolant. You can see here in this reactor system, catalyst is there, reactants are coming from top side and products are coming from the bottom side. Or I can say where I can remove the heat from the whatever heat is generated during this reaction. Those heat can be removed by using the coolant. Now we will see first method to control the temperature of reactor. That first method is use of heat exchanger reactor. So in this system, what we are doing, that you can see here, this is a reactor system which is having tubes inside it, and we know that there is a shell and tube heat exchanger. Okay, so this is that type of heat exchanger where we are having tubes inside the reactor and catalyst also present. What is the role of catalyst? To increase the rate of the reaction. and reactors are coming from the top side and we are collecting products from the bottom side, and catalyst is used in this reactor to increase the rate of reaction. And we can also see here coolant and heating fluid are coming from the one side of the reactor, and those things are we are collecting from the other side. So whatever the coolant, or we can say what is the cooling material, whatever is the cooling fluid is there, that is coming from the tube side. And whatever is the heating fluid, or we can say what fluid is there, all those things are coming from the shell side. Means there is a transfer of heat from the shell side to the tube side, or we can say there is a transfer of heat from the hot fluid to the cold fluid. So by using this system, we can control the temperature of reactor, so we can avoid the pyrolysis in the system. I told you what is the meaning of pyrolysis. Pyrolysis is nothing but decomposition, or we can say unwanted decomposition of any product at elevated temperature, or I can say high temperature and pressure. So that known as pyrolysis. So by using this heat exchanger reactor, I can solve that problem. Now we will see next controlling method, that is use of diluent. What is the meaning of this? I am adding such a type of material or any fluid with the reactant. So by using that, I can control the temperature of our mixture inside the reactor. Suppose here A and B are the reactants, A plus B mixture is available in this reactor. After that, by using catalyst, I am increasing the rate of that reaction. And after completing the reaction, I am withdrawing the product from the bottom side. But to remove or to control the unwanted temperature, of this mixture, reacting temperature, I am adding one type of a fluid with the reactant, that known as a diluent. But that diluent should be inert in nature. Inert in nature means that should not have any effect over the reaction. That known as a diluent means whatever diluent we are using with the reactant, that should be inert in nature. Means after completion of the reaction, temperature control will be there, but efficiency of product remains unaffected. So this is the use of diluent to control the temperature of the reactor, or we can say to avoid the pyrolysis of the reaction mixture. Next method to control the temperature of reactor is use of cooler or heater. So cooler and heater both are heat exchanger. So what is a heat exchanger? Before this concept, we should know what is the meaning of heat exchanger. So heat exchanger is nothing but it is a device or a system used to transfer heat between two or more fluids, and it is used in cooling process as well as heating process. Means we are exchanging heat from the hot fluid to the cold fluid. I'm taking example, if I'm using ambient air, which is a cooling media, to remove the heat from the process fluid, that system is known as air cooling ambient system or ambient air cooling system. Okay, so classification of heat exchanger based on the flow configuration. These are the basic concepts behind the heat exchanger. So there are four basic flow diagrams. First one is counter flow, second one is a co-current flow, third one is cross flow, and fourth one is hybrid, such as a cross counter flow or multi-plus flow. So what is the meaning of these terms? So first one is counter flow. Counter flow means cold fluid as well as hot fluids coming from the opposite direction. That means counter. Okay, co-current means hot fluid as well as cold fluid coming from the same direction. Similar in this, like this, both are coming from the same direction, but in cross flow or counter flow, both are coming from the opposite direction. So this is a basic difference between counter flow and co-current flow. Next one is cross flow. Cross flow means you can see here, this is nothing but cross flow. Means coming from the cross direction, 90-degree direction to each other. After that, cross counter flow. This is nothing but fourth type, that is hybrid, such as a cross counter flow or multi-plus flow. Means it is like this in the U-tube manner. Okay, in the U direction. So this flow is nothing but cross counter flow. So this is a just basic about heat exchanger. Okay, so how to use this concept to control the temperature? So see here, I'm having this reactor system here. Here reactants are coming from the top section, and I am using catalyst to enhance the rate of the reaction. We know that role of the catalyst to enhance the rate of the reaction. And if we want to increase the rate of catalyst, we will use promoter. So here we are using catalyst to enhance the rate of the reaction mixture, and here reactants are coming from the top section. After that, we are using here multiple cooler and heaters. Why we are using cooler and heater? I told you both are the heat exchangers, but cooler are used to remove the excess amount of heat. Suppose I am having reaction in which involves the exothermic type of nature. Exothermic means reaction in which heat is evolved, heat is released. So to remove that excess amount of heat, I will use cooler. So I can maintain the temperature of the reactor system. After that, heater. Why we are using heater? Because if the reaction mixture is endothermic in nature, so at that time I will use heater to provide excess amount of heat. So in this manner, we can use cooler as well as heater to maintain the temperature of the reactor system. Means why this is important to maintain the temperature of the reactor? Because we want to avoid the pyrolysis. Pyrolysis is nothing but to avoid unwanted breakdown of the intermediate product or our main product. So that's why these things are important. So what we have seen in this lecture, that how to control the temperature of the reactor. So we have seen three methods. First one is use of heat exchange reactor. Second one is use of diluent stream. Diluent stream means whatever we are using or adding diluent in the reactant, okay, that should be inert in nature. Inert in nature means after completion of the reaction, there is no any effect over the product. Means our product remains unaffected. So that is the role of diluent. Means we are increasing the efficiency of our process, we are increasing the efficiency of our product, but at the same moment we are keeping our product safe from the unwanted reaction. So that is the role of diluent. So by using diluent also we can maintain the temperature of the reactor to avoid the pyrolysis. After that, lastly, we are using cooler and heater. Cooler and heater are acting as heat exchanger, and heat exchanger are the device which are used to maintain the temperature of the reactor system by passing heat from the hot process fluid to the cold fluid. Okay, so this is all about reactor design for complex configuration. Thank you.